Hello, dear ones. I am Eleonora, Maria Eleonora Madalena, and welcome to the Starseed Awakening Show. This is a place where you come to expand your consciousness, have your questions answered, and today I have with me Carol Morgan. She has a special friend. His name is Xina Allen, and together they will connect us to the Blue Avian Collective. And we want to start ask Xina Allen, what is the purpose of the Blue Avian Collective helping humanity at this moment? But before that, I want to welcome some guests. I have with us Bridget, Jennifer, and Heather. They will be asking questions, and you that's watching through YouTube, you will also have a chance to ask your questions. And it's okay if it's a personal question, because there is no such a thing as personal. Since we are all one, we are all part of God's consciousness. Sometimes you think that your problem is specifically yours, but actually you are all experience the same issue. There is choosing fear instead of love. It's just change faces, places, but in the end, the problems is just one. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the Awakening Path, Carol, and thank you for coming back.
Thank you so much, Eleonora, for having me here. I really appreciate the invitation back. Thank you.
So, you probably recognizing Carol because that's the fourth time she comes. We already had two interviews in English. If you want to learn more about her, the link for the two interviews is in the description, but watch later. And we also did one in Spanish. So, Carol, would you like just to talk a little bit about how is what it, sorry, I don't know why I'm so stumbling today. Uh, can you talk a little bit about yourself, just very brief, how you get to Channel Xina?
Yes, so my name is Carol Morgan. Again, I live in the Black Hills in South Dakota. However, I was born and raised in Costa Rica, came to the US in 1994 for school, lived a pretty regular life in corporate work. And in 2018, I made contact with Xina Allen while I was in Taiwan during a meditation. This was an out of body experience. Since then, I've been basically growing with them and through them, through their teachings, and helping expand the reach of the teachings. And this is what we are hoping to do today here with you, Eleonora.
Thank you. You're probably wondering why I called the show the Starseed Awakening Show. Most of us that are drawn to this type of information, Earth's ascension, spirituality, we are old souls. And most of us, we came here as volunteer to help liberating humanity from suffering. And as we love to label everything, so those souls that decided to incarnate on Earth without karmic ties with the planet, we were placed in specifically families in order to liberate the whole lineage from suffering. So we are spread throughout the globe. And when you say your lineage, we are not talking just about your siblings and your mom and dad and your kids. It's also involve your cousins, aunts, and grandparents. So you really free your lineage when you resolve a karma. And that's very good. Otherwise, we're gonna need to have one starseed for each family. Sometimes looks like that's the case. But anyway, we are here to help you awake. The way to awake is to change your perception through information. More people speaking about Earth's ascension, why things are going so crazy, what is the purpose of the world going crazy. The first purpose of that pandemic was to stop the train that was running 100 miles per hour in the wrong direction. So the pandemic was, I'm saying purpose, pandemic. So the purpose was really to stop the train that was going the wrong direction. And many people, after the train stopped, they switch a train to the other side and start going towards love. There is just one road, and the road, in one end, there is love, source, and of course, happiness, fulfillment, and all the good things, abundance. And the other side has fear and all the suffering. Humanity was going the wrong direction. The COVID stopped that train, and many people change trains and are going towards love without even understand exactly what they are doing, but they just had that thought, must have another way. I know we didn't come here just to work in an 8 to 5 job, just to pay bills, buy stuff that I don't need to impress people that I don't really care. Must have something more to life. And there is. And if you have questions, here is the place to come and answer your questions. Before I explain more about how the show will go on, I would like to invite Xina to answer my question first. And my question is, what is the mission of the Blue Avian Collective with humanity? What is the connection and why they are here?
Okay, sounds good. My name is Xina. My name is Xina Allen indeed, and what a joy. These communions are indeed a joy. When humans ask, they open up the opportunity to receive. And this is important because humans forget this, and humans wait and wait and wait, and they may get disillusioned. My name is Xina. I am not Xina. I am consciousness. We use names because you use names. You like to categorize, you like to compartmentalize, and this gives you some sense of comfort when you feel that you know what you are communicating with. My name is Xina. I am a focused point of consciousness. Yes, indeed, from the Blue Avian Collective, as you categorize us. We are sixth density consciousness. And our role with your society, with humanity, has been karmically, let's say, merged or entangled because many thousands of your years ago, let's call them around 11,000, when we attempted to transmit the law of one to humanity, the law of one was taken, it was manipulated, and it was controlled, and it was used to control the masses. With this came, let's call it the rise of the ego. And with this, let's also call it, came entanglement. There was a slight miscalculation of the free will of humanity. that rather than decide to take this knowledge for the betterment of the collective as humans, it was done the opposite. So here we are. Our mission with humanity is to help you in your ascension. As Xina Allen, as this focused point of consciousness, our mission with humanity is the emancipation of the human mind, breaking free from whatever it is that is holding you back. And there are many things that hold you back. Most of them exist within the constraints of your own mind. However, it is your mind that is creating not only this reality, but every experience that you are having here in this realm and beyond. So, as Xina Allen, we work to help you break free, to help you understand who you really are and the power that you really harness if you only understand how to direct your mind. We will speak some more.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
That's just for you to have an idea. And another purpose of the show is one day Carol was in a place in the world just very similar to the one you were. She had no special abilities. She thought she couldn't connect with any high vibrational being. Just like me and like Bridget and many others, we were exactly where you are at this moment. And as we work on ourselves, we try to understand, we do the shadow work to liberate our body from the shadows, from the patterns that keep us in suffering and in low vibration. And then we invite the light in and we awake. And that's the purpose of this place. And I see that there is some people with us. If you are not subscribed to this channel, I ask that you do so if you see any value on here. And also show us some love. Send you your questions. We're gonna I will give you the opportunity to ask your questions to Xina. And before I move forward with the first question, I would like to show my website because today I would like to tell you that tomorrow I will offer a Starseeds DNA activation. And when you go to my website and purchase to attend this workshop, everyone that is watching, just use the coupon code the awakening path Starseed 44 and then that will take $11 off. Everyone that donates today to the awakening path, the link for donation is on the description. In the end, I'm gonna choose intuitively. That's what it means intuitively. Your higher self will tell me, Eleonora, choose her. She can use that. I choose 5 people to get a free ticket for this workshop. It's 1 hour workshop where for 50 minutes I will explain about Starseeds, what's our mission here, how we wake up, what's on the way for you to wake up. We have this session that's a Reiki and quantum healing where I invite your higher self, your galactic selves, galactic family, and also I use quantum healing. So we're gonna heal and then activate. After 1 hour, whoever wants to remain to share the experience and also to ask more questions can remain for another 30 minutes. So that's one thing that we are doing today. And whoever donates and doesn't get to be chosen, one of the five, will get $22 off with a special coupon code that you're gonna send via email. If you don't have your email, you can text my phone number 562 450 4009 is also in the description. Are you gonna need your email in order for you to have access to that secret coupon code? So let me choose one person to have the first question. Meanwhile, you that is watching can think of a question for Xina. Let's start with Jennifer. Jennifer, can you please unmute yourself and if you'd like, tell a little bit who you are, share a little bit of you, and ask your question to Xina.
Okay. Hello, everybody. My name is Jennifer. I am a licensed marriage and family therapist here in California. My question for Xina is more of a personal one, but hopefully it resonates beyond me. My question is, what is my role as a channel and starseed in the ascension of humanity at this time?
Sounds good. My name is Xina. My name is Xina Allen indeed, and we love you, dear love. What we want you to understand is that humans that have awakening to their power, who have understood that there is more to reality than what meets the eye, and that are seeking and seeking and seeking to better themselves, to choose love, those are the beings that are showing the way. And the way to what? The way to love. You are here in this reality that seems as a world of duality for one purpose and one purpose only. And it is to experience yourself in all these unique aspects in order to understand what love is through the exercise of free will to choose or not to choose love. So the purpose of every single human being ends up being that is the ascension or the return home. However, beings that choose to awaken while they're in an incarnation, those are the beings that are, let's call it, leading the way. So your purpose is to choose love. Your purpose is experience, is to grow through experience. And as a conscious channeler, because everyone channels, it is not something that only some can do. It is something that everyone does. Some to a more conscious degree than others. But those that are conscious about it and continue to do so in service to others are doing so to shine the light, to show the way, to be an example, to embody love, and to show the way. Dear love, that is what you are, let's call it, driven by. That is your passion, and your passion is your purpose. It is entirely up to you if you continue to use your, let's call them gifts, in order to continue to lead others while you center yourself in love or not. The beautiful thing here, dear one, is that you cannot go wrong. There is no such thing as going wrong. Everything that you choose to experience in this realm is for your highest and best good, even if it seems like a mistake at the time that you are doing it in. So knowing that you cannot go wrong and understanding that you are here to choose love, if you align yourself with love, you simply surrender. You turn the reins over and you say, Spirit, guide me. And that, dear love, is embodying the work and it is allowing others to follow your light. We love you.
Thank you,
Thank
Xina. Does it resonate, Jennifer?
Yeah, it does. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome, love.
So now I'd like to show something that's coming up and is Carol and Xina Allen's book, I Am the Master. Carol, would you like to speak a little bit about this amazing book that's coming up?
Oh, I am so excited about this. Yes, this book is going to be a compilation of the teachings of Xina Allen that have been coming through since 2018. The idea of their work is to simplify spiritual material so people can implement it in their daily lives. We get a lot of information, actually, way too much. And sometimes we get overwhelmed by it and we don't know, well, we know in theory what it means, but we really do not know what to do with it in our daily lives. We chant, yes, we are God. Okay, well, what does that mean when I have all these difficulties in my life and on top of it all, I can't pay my bills? So the idea of this information is to make it understandable to us human beings so that we can implement it and we can get closer to the divinity that we really are. So, a couple of weeks ago, or several weeks ago, we did a channeling event where Xina channeled the introduction to the book. It was a very moving event. And for that event, he gave us the description of the book. So I'm going to read it real quick. It's not very long. Please be patient with me because I handwrote it and my handwriting is quite illegible, but I'm going to give it a shot. So, what he says about the book. This book is a testament to the power of the human mind and an ode to its freedom. In simple words, pure consciousness of high frequency communicates with humanity in an attempt to reason with it. Its teachings invite you to pause and entertain. What if you truly can change the world by changing your mind? Would you pass that opportunity up? So that is basically what we have here. The idea is to release this book this fall, and we're working very hard to make it happen.
Amazing. I'm very excited and I can't wait, and I'm very happy to be part of it
Thank
because
you.
Carol is working with Mind Sherpa to bring this book to fruition.
Yes,
And
thank you very much.
you said something very important that the books has vibration, and I could literally see, like 6 years ago when I'm reading a book, I started seeing light around my hands. And depend on the book, I see different lights. It's usually the most common is white, blue, and green. But A Course in Miracles is gold. And the Year of Forgiveness is also gold. Gold means the Christ consciousness, is the color of Christ consciousness. So when you are reading a book, a high vibrational book, automatically you are rising your vibration. And we do create with our thoughts and emotions, and each emotion you give, each thought that you hold for at least 70 seconds, you associate an emotion to it, and that association is the perception. The perception is based in your beliefs, what you think is true, what you perceive as true. That's another whole story, perception. When you read a book, that's a doorway to change your perception. When you hold this high vibrational book, automatically your vibration will rise to the vibration of the book. Because every single second we are thinking. But when you are reading the book, you are not really thinking. You are just connected with the vibration of the book. And that's how your vibration rises so fast. All the problems that you experience in your life is based in a vibration under 200. That's 200 is courage, fear 100, apathy is 50. Apathy, you give up, you are so hurt, you don't wanna feel anymore. Guilt and shame, guilt is 30, shame is 20. 20 is the minimum that you can hold, that you can have, and still keep your body alive. Not for too long. Just think about. And then you think, but I'm thinking I'm fearful all the time. And my happiness, abundance, everything that I need is in love. That's 500. It's too much of a gap. I still feel too many guilt and shame. How I ever gonna get to 100? And that's amazing what I find out. You can get there from shame to love in a split of a second. You just need to stop thinking. As easy as that. And why is that? Because we were made the image of God, not the little old man sitting in the clouds. The image of God is love, light, and creativity. That's what your image is. So love is your true nature. When you stop thinking, automatically you are connected to source. When you stop to appreciate anything that is beautiful, you automatically get to love. When you're doing anything creative, you automatically get to love. So it's simpler than looks like. We stay in suffering because society did a good job keeping us busy all the time, doing and thinking things that is not in our best interest. But the train stopped, now you can look around. You can even look inside you. You can even look inside your own thoughts and really make a conscious decision. So I don't have any question from the public yet. I would ask Heather to ask her question now. Thank you
Hello.
for coming by.
Oh, thank you so much for inviting me. Grateful to be here. One moment. So my question, and hopefully it can help everyone, is I have these beautiful gifts where I'm able to help people, but I don't know how to harness them or call upon them. Everything that happens where I'm able to help people, I've connected with spirit and gotten so much information, and I have a lot of gifts that I thought they were like intuitive gifts, but I don't know how to call upon them. I don't know how to know who's giving me the information that I'm getting. So, how to harness your gifts and understand where they're actually coming from.
Okay. Thank you for asking.
Thank you.
My name is Xina. My name is Xina Allen indeed, and we love you and we appreciate the opportunity to commune with you on this divine and sacred day. And we appreciate the opportunity to communicate with you in this way because, dear love, the communication is indeed flowing to and through you. What is important at this time is that you develop your sense of feeling. What happens with humans is that, as dear Eleonora was very wisely stating, humans think. You think a lot. and you rely a lot on logic. Now, we're not saying that that is bad. We're not vilifying thinking. What we are saying is that it is important that you develop more so your sense of feeling, because that is your true connection with the divine. So in your particular case, dear Jennifer, it is important for you to connect with that knowing, so that whatever is coming to you, you can understand it by how it feels. Does it feel right to you? Then do more of it. And that's not only the communication that is coming, regardless of the form. Do not get hung up on form, because spirit is always communicating in whatever ways it can. However you open the door, however slightly the crack is opened, that's what spirit uses to come in. So do not get hung up on the form. Stay open. This is important to answer your question. Stay open and do not get hung up on form. If you go ahead and you use your sense of feeling and it feels right, then do more of that. Again, not only in discerning what your gifts are and how you can share them with humanity, but in everything that you do, because you cannot compartmentalize your life. You cannot say, my life is going great here, but this is bad. Because you are a system, you're a body, mind, spirit complex. Everything that you do is going to permeate everything else. So it is important for you to understand that whatever you do in one area is going to have an impact in other areas and in every single dimension in which you exist. This is why it's so important to stay present, which is the second part of our answer. Stay present. Be here and now. Do not let your mind wander aimlessly through energy, because as it is wandering, it is creating. You want your mind to be creating from this vantage point where you are, and you want it to be creating consciously. And the way that you do that is by staying here in the present moment. So that is our second part of the answer. It is also important for you to understand, dear love, that it does not matter where it is coming from. If it is Buddha, if it is Jesus, if it is Krishna, if it is Mary Magdalene, everything is one. So as long as it feels right to you, go ahead and surrender to it. When we first started using this channel for communication, which was in the written form, she kept asking, who is this? And we kept saying, what does it matter? And not until she fully surrendered, all the information and the love and the energy started pouring unimpededly. The one that wants to know, dear Jennifer, is the ego. Is that part of your mind that wants to control? You don't want to control. You want to be in charge of your perception, but you don't want to control. Wanting to control, what it does is show your lack of understanding of the rules of creation and of how the universe works. But if you trust, and if you follow that which brings you joy, that is the third part of our answer. Follow that which brings you joy. It will help you in discerning. It will help you in continuing to evolve and grow your gift. And then guess what? It is going to take care effortlessly of the how. Because the how is not for you. The how is for the universe. You see? You simply set your sights on what it is that you want to do. And if your sights are set on helping humanity, in being of service to humanity, then go ahead and surrender and say, please guide me. I will continue to put energy out because, dear Jennifer, the universe is a feedback loop. What you put out comes back. So you go ahead and you put out your energy. But once you do, you surrender and you trust. Having already known that you have listened, listened with your heart, connected to spirit, and followed that hopeful expectation and excitement. So do not worry about the how. The how actually thwarts so many beautiful endeavors, so many well-meaning endeavors, and so does fear. And that is the last part of our answer. Set fear aside, because fear is of the ego. And again, the ego is the one that wants to control. So go ahead, dear love, and set it aside. Set aside judgment, set aside fear, and just move forward with whatever feels right to you. The universe is going to organize itself. Reality is going to organize itself to prove to you that you are right. So entertain those thoughts that are uplifting, that bring you joy. Continue following them, and the rest, dear love, is going to take care of itself. We love you.
Mhm. Thank you so much. Wow, that was so beautiful. That was so helpful. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Likewise, I am so glad to see the smile, and I'm so glad that it resonated.
Thank you.
You're
Well, I
welcome.
have a good news for Jennifer and Heather. We may have time for another question of you guys. So if I have another question, you can start thinking about. And meanwhile, I would like to show my website again because I have exactly what I think can help you even further, Heather. For example, when you go to the community,
Hmm.
I have some pre-recorded Reiki for free. And
Okay.
they also have a membership that's only $22 a month, and you have some advantage. I have a webinar every month with the members, so they can ask questions. We do some healing, and people share their experience. And they get discount on the workshops and also on the private sessions. And if you are a member, I have one workshop that I did. It's called, sorry, is more towards the end. Automatic writing. So I teach how to feel safe to automatic write. I give you a tool, a technique on how to connect. And I also have a guidebook where I explain most of the questions that you have. And I also give a little prayer on how to put your intention to connect only with beings of love and light. So I have that pre-recorded, and that's available for all the members. It's also available on the shop. It's also available on the shop. And of course, you can do it through private sessions. And later on, I'm thinking about creating a group, and then there will be like 3 sessions that will do one a week, and that will be 21 days. That will guide you through the process until you feel very comfortable in doing. So that's the part of awaken the starseed. And I really recommend, if you are already receiving, is because you are ready. And some people just think, oh, it's cool. I want to channel Jesus. I want to channel Mary Magdalene, and so on. But it's very important that to open the door to the unseen when your house is at least half clean. The house I'm talking about is the subconscious, your mind. Because if you are still holding too much trauma, too much resentment in your subconscious, your vibration is low. Let me show the map of consciousness here. Your vibration is low, and we are in a reflective world. That's mean you attract things of similar vibration. So if you are most of the time in fear and you try to channel, most likely you're gonna be able to hear only beings that are in the same vibration of fear. That's why I highly recommend A Course in Miracles. For all the starseeds out there, this was the book who killed the last fear that was lingering in my mind. And I can tell you that fear don't have a place in my mind for more than 3 minutes. But I try because the world is constantly sending you things for you to be afraid. But when you understand how this reality really works, how you are really in control, that you are the one who creates your reality moment by moment, and you know how to make a conscious choice, and then there is nothing to fear. So 365 lessons that you do one a day, that's a year. But I'm doing since 2019, so you do for more than 1 year. But don't worry, because at the first week, most of the time people already notice something is changing. With 1 month, you say, wow, something is really changing for better. Sometimes things get a little bit worse because whatever is inside, whatever is holding you back, whatever thing that doesn't serve you, but is your comfort zone and you're holding to that dearly, you don't want to let it go because it's your comfort zone, even though it's bad. You rise in your vibration is not more compatible with the vibration you're holding, so that thing needs to go. And it will go. Sometimes you're going to scream, oh no. But then let it go is experience peace. When you experience peace for 10 minutes for the first time, every time that you get out peace, oh, you want to climb, right? And after 3 months, people will notice you that something happened to you for better. They may not like, but they know something is better. And you're going to also realize that people that used to drive you crazy, they lose that power over you. Oh, you're so cute. It's just like that. So it's really worth. I think, let me just show Carol's website first, because she does something that calls attunements. And it's one of the most amazing things that I have seen. And I'd like her to tell a little bit about her services and her attunements. Carol, I have here with me your website. What would you like to tell to people? How can you help them when they go to your website?
Yes, thank you, Eleonora. So on this website, you will find that we also base our work on A Course in Miracles. So we offer not only breaking free mentorships and private sessions, but also we have a community, and it has levels. There is a very big international free community. Anybody can join. And then there is a paid one if people would like some more, that is $11.99 a month. But also, if you scroll down just a little bit, Eleonora, people will find, if you keep going a little bit more, yes, right there.
Let me
We
just
all,
decrease the size so you can
okay.
see more of it. Okay.
Okay, awesome. So we also have the 365 lessons. Well, we haven't gotten there. We're in like 200 and some the 365 lessons of A Course in Miracles, where I read the lesson, and then I also do an alchemy crystal bowl sound healing to give space for you to meditate on and integrate the lessons. These are free. They are on all major podcast platforms as well as in YouTube. So yes, here we on this website we also have the events and the attunements. So if you go to attunements, yes, we
Oh,
have
do
a.
you have any retreat coming up? You have amazing retreats too.
Thank you very much. The next retreat is in Switzerland in August. That one is sold out. We have an online retreat coming up on the equinox. That one is still not up here. It's in the community right now, but it will be reflected on the website soon. That one is going to take place on September 20th, and it is going to be 3 hours from 9 a.m. Mountain to noon, where we will come together and we're going to have a love transmission, because that's exactly what we need right now is to feel what it is like to be unconditionally loved, the kind of love that we don't really find here on earth. That's what we're going to be transmitting on the fall equinox. And then the other one is this one. This is a workshop that is coming up in November, the 20th to the 22nd in Asheville, North Carolina. And this is going to be focusing on helping people find, identify what the source of their imbalance in life is, and help them walk out of there with a strategy to address the imbalances in their life. So we're going to have a really good time also with cacao ceremony and with alchemy crystal bowls. So thank you, Eleonora.
Amazing. Let me just show the atonements now.
Yes, the
Look
attunements
how
are,
amazing it is.
they look like drawings, but really what they are doing is they are removing the blocks for you to experience energy at its maximum expression. Although attunements come with a message, the message is not the meaning. You, as the experiencer, attaches the meaning or comes up with the meaning for each one of the attunements. They are made up of elements. Each element stands on its own. And I draw these by hand. In fact, I have my book here. I will show you. And I draw them all over the world. So if you want to hang there in Grand Gateway, let me find Grand Gateway.
This one is my favorite.
Grand Gateway?
Let me
Oh,
see the
coming near.
coming here.
Oh, I love that
Sounds
one.
like she's pregnant.
Yes. Here we go. I don't know if you can see it because I can't see myself, but
Oh,
anyway.
I can see.
All right. So this is how they
Let
come through.
me close this one so you can see bigger. Yes.
Now I can see it. So here is how they come through by hand. And this one came through on November 5th, 2021, traveling through South Dakota. I wasn't driving, my husband was driving. So,
Good to know.
so anyway, the attunements are free for people to look at. They obviously are copyrighted material, but they are free for people to come and look at on the website. I have transmitted over 80 of them. About 30 or 40 of them have been digitized. Not all of them are on the website. I'll get there. But yes, those are the Blue Avian's gift to humanity to help us again in our ascension journey. Get the blocks out that keep us small.
Carol, I just had a vision like a picture book, like those photo book with their tournaments.
Yes, a coffee table
And
book. Well,
people in a coffee table just looking, staring it, and okay,
yes.
I'm also having another vision. It'll be like a museum where there is the rooms are round, the walls are round. There is kind of seats that's also round on the center, and it's rotates.
Oh, wow.
It's rotates. So people will sit there. They will see Let's say there is six that they can see in the same room, so there is a certain time for each one.
Very cool. I say,
Well,
why
I
not?
already gave you the whole project.
I love it. Thank you very much for sharing.
Yes, just came up. It's probably Xina. Actually, I have a version of myself in the Blue Avian, and the name he gave me is Avet. I know it's a made-up name,
Well, everything
but
here is made up, Eleonora.
that's true.
Everything. We're making everything up. So when people say, I don't even know if I'm channeling, I may be making it up. Yes, you are, just like you made me up and you like made your life up and this planet, everything is made up. So yes,
Yeah.
more power to creativity.
So now I would like to bring forth Bridget, and for that, I'm gonna bring her amazing book that's all about love here. Look at it. The Visionaries Handbook. Bridget, can you tell us, that's okay if you take about 5 minutes to talk about your book, and then you ask your question.
Well, I would like to give such gratitude to Carol because she wrote the foreword for the book. She wrote a
Ah,
beautiful foreword for the book. So thank you, Carol. And
my pleasure.
it is definitely a book about stepping into your heart, moving from fear to love, and following the vision that is seeking to emerge through you. And my life and the experiences that I've had are definitely a testament to that. So it is channeled material, my higher self and my guides and teachers, the Raw Collective, to help you move into your heart, move into the vision for your life, and to move into love. So thank you, Eleonora. Okay, and my
And
question,
it
oh,
is available, sorry, it
go
is
ahead.
available at Amazon and also in Gram, and even on the awakeningpath.me on the shop Mind Sherpa. You can also find there, and the mindsherpabooks.com too, of course. What's your
Thank you.
question,
I
Bill?
love it. I love that. And it's blue. It's blue. It matches the bird on Carol's, the
Yes.
blue avian
Yes.
on Carol. I was thinking there's so much blue that cannot be a coincidence.
There is no such thing, is there?
Right. Okay. So, in the previous answer, Xena mentioned that spirit would will use any means to communicate with us. So I would love to hear what he has to say about how spirit communicates with us through dreams, because my dreams are um, very active, very vivid. I see you in my dreams, Carol. I
Oh
see,
my gosh.
yes, that's exactly. And
We hang
there's,
out in the cosmos, huh?
I know, it's like, what are we doing? Are we seeing aspects of ourselves, or like what's happening? And sometimes, like, that period when you're not quite awake and you're not quite asleep, there's parts where I will have dream experiences that reflect what's going on in my life. And it's actually getting difficult to tell if I dreamt something or if I actually did it. So I would
Mhm.
love to hear what Zena has to say about that.
Awesome. Thanks, Bridget.
Hmm.
My name is Xina. My name is Xina Allen indeed, and we love you. And we appreciate this inquiry because it's going into the depths of the complexity of reality. Reality is not what you think it is. In fact, before we answer your question, we're going to go into a question that is lingering since we spoke. It's here, it is present, and we're going to address it. And in our addressing it, we're going to show you how complex reality is. We will tie it with your question and we will answer your question. Why did we keep calling Heather Jennifer? Dear loves, it is because these two beings that are here today, which is no coincidence that they are here today, are aspects of the same soul. If you pay attention, their questions were the same, worded differently. They were the same essence, the same core. What is my purpose here, and how do I use these God given gifts in order to be of service to humanity? So we want you to understand how complex reality is. It is not what you think. And when we said, what does it matter where it is coming as long as it feels like love, we were underlining this, let's call it complexity. Everything is coming from source. And if it feels loving, it is true. And if it doesn't, it's a distortion at this level of consciousness. Now, we were answering the question because, dear loves, again, the question was the same. And it was the same for both of them because, again, they are aspects of the same soul. They may seem as if they're having two different experiences, and yes, both of them valid and valuable. But the reality of it is that it is for the same purpose. It is the soul seemingly splitting itself to have different experiences. And they came here today to this transmission on their own volition because today was the day for them to find out. What they do with this information is entirely up to them. But what this opens up is a door in their own minds as to how powerful they are as creators, because they created each other, if you will. And with their parallel incarnations, they can cover so much ground, so to speak, in the realms of awakening. So we leave it there. We explain to you because everyone was being polite as the program that humanity gives you. Be polite. Don't say, "Oh, you made a mistake." No, everyone heard it. And here is the answer. So to the two of you, we say, do not let programming keep you small. Allow your minds to expand and to open to the many possibilities that there are. And get curious and ask, what if? What if we decide to go beyond what this reality seems to be giving us? What if we collaborate? And what if we bring something new to the world? Now, that is your decision, and we leave it right here. Dear Bridget, reality is very complex, as we just stated and as we just shared. So you think that you are here in solid state of matter, having just this experience, and then going and dreaming about things that you're making up. As previously stated, everything is made up at every single level of experience that is extended from source. Because all that really is love. And the rest, they are illusions made up by source in order to experience itself and truly get to understand itself via contrast. So although you think that there is only Bridget sitting right here, there is you in every single density that there exists. When you go into dream state, you visit those other dimensions, or let's call them densities to be more precise. You are visiting them, let's say, but you really aren't visiting them. What you are is you are tuning down the consciousness here at the 3D, and you are expanding your consciousness somewhere else. But it is always you. And really, there is only one. That is the complexity of the illusion. So just as dear Jennifer and dear Heather are doing, they seem to be two different bodies here. When they dream at night, guess what? They come together and they lose that idea of separation. Does this mean that they always have the same dreams? Not necessarily, because they decided to seemingly separate into two bodies to cover more ground. right now at this level of consciousness and at this unprecedented time. All time is unprecedented, but you get the gist here of consciousness where everything is so accelerated and magnifying in magnificent ways, all the odds stacked for your awakening and ascension. So, dream state is where you put your earthly consciousness aside in order to materialize, if you will, or focus your consciousness in another density. It could even be this density as another aspect of you, just like these two ladies volunteered to come show you tonight. And what we want to say about dream state is that it harnesses the power of imagination and creativity in order to bring you information and lessons and growth in a certain way, magnifying the current opportunity that you have created here on earth. It is an opportunity for teachings. And as you said, it is an opportunity for spirit to reach you because your ego is set aside and a new door is opened. And it is set aside and a new door is open. So as ego is set aside, there is an opportunity for spirit to use symbolism or straight communication. You even have the opportunity to leave your body. Your body is still alive because there is still life force within it. You allot a certain amount to it and you take off and you show up in the mothership, your planet of origin. Your galactic sisters and brothers are with you. They revitalize you because let us tell you, not that you don't know, but this realm, this level of consciousness is a pretty tough one. And it is very taxing for the body, mind, spirit complex. So your spirit, let's say, takes off, it's revitalized, it's re-energized, and you come back to face another day in this realm of difficulties and dualities with a renewed sense of knowing and believing it to be so, that you belong here right now in order to wake up and lead others to source. My name is Xina, and we will speak again.
Wow. I got a good goosebumps all over my body.
No, thank you.
And I want to explain it. The first time I heard about soul split was through the books of Dolores Cannon. And that's a very, very common thing. And I happen to understand a lot about it. So, Heather and Jennifer, we can talk later if you guys want more information. And I'd like to disclosure something. I happen to know three others of my soul that is split here. And one of them is just right here with us, is Bridget. There is another one, it's called Elsie Cabrera. She's also on the spotlight, doing her job as a Starseed. And there is another in the other side of the world in Belgium right now.
Wow.
So that explains a lot. And I think I can disclosure that also, Carol, because not really a secret. Carol and Tina Spalding, they are also a soul split. They have the same soul. So it's a very, very common thing. And Sina stated the reasons very beautifully.
And to Heather and Jennifer, when I first heard this with Tina, I thought it was very weird. And it took me a while to make sense of it. And it took us both a while to make sense of it. But then we realized, and now through a lot of information, we have figured out that, again, everything is one. We're all one. We have aspects of each other. We are aspects of each other, having different and valuable experiences. But when information like this comes to you, there is a purpose for it. So again, I just put it out there and I leave it out there. It is entirely up to you what you want to do, if anything, with that information. But the reason why these things come to you at a particular time is because there is purpose to it. So anyway, I hope it helps you in whatever way possible.
And when I decided to ask for volunteer at the Conscious Life Expo, my idea was to get just one person, but they both volunteer, and I knew I supposed to pick both. So that's for you, Heather. When you have that feeling, and then you just go with it. Because that idea, okay, so I will pick both, that it comes from your higher self. My ego was thinking, I said, oh, but I asked for more people to Carol, and then I'll have 5 people plus me and Carol, there'll be 7 people. That would be my ego talking. But instead of I listen to my ego, I said, I'm taking both of you.
Is this for the one in February coming?
Oh, no, for today.
Oh, for
I
today. Okay,
chose
now I
them in an
understand.
expo on last weekend.
Oh, got it,
Yeah.
got it. I thought you were talking about next February. Oh, very cool, very cool. Well, there is no such thing as coincidence, of course, and
Yeah.
there is again purpose for you ladies to learn this today. So I hope you have fun with that information and that you run with it.
So I'd like to thank each one of you, Jennifer, Heather, Bridget, and everyone that also watch online, that will watch later. Remember to subscribe, leave your questions. Zena may not answer this time, but maybe Carol will come back in the future to answer your questions. And much gratitude for you, Carol, because I feel you like a dear sister. Who knows?
Thank
Maybe we are
you.
sisters on the Blue Avian
Heck
Collective.
yeah. Heck yeah.
Yes, much gratitude for you. And would you like to say a final words, or Zena wants to come one more time? We already passed an hour, so I leave it to you.
I will say goodbye for all of us. Thank you all for being here, the ladies present on the Zoom call, and to everyone that took the time to be here live today. Much, much love. Thank you very much, Eleonora, for having us once more. And yes, we will come back as long as you have us.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
And
you.
I hope that today really answers some of your questions. And I don't think I got any donation, but you are welcome to use the coupon code is Starseed 44 to get the discount. And I hope to see some of you online on the workshop tomorrow at 7 p.m. And come back next week. Our guest next week will be Mark Milderbrook. I'm really bad in pronunciation, this kind of name, but he is amazing. He is the best astrologer that I know. And we're gonna have a lot of fun next week, just like we had today. Thank you, everyone. And thank you that is watching. And see you next week.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Okay, so we are out of the zone.